We've heard that a lot of you have processes where you're using process direct to communicate between different iFlows. It's one of the things that we are supporting in the latest release of Figaf. So here we have the iFlow, it is using process direct, and here we are getting a message from multiprocess 2, and we can see it also calls multiprocess 3, and via GMS it's also calling a different process. Okay, so the idea is that first off we need to understand what's going on here. One of the ways we have is that we have this OpenCPI endpoint. This will show you all of the places where the message is sent to and is being processed via this. And we can see here we got this multiflow 1 that is configured. So we can take this one, go here in the tool, and we can obviously go and check what we want. Okay. The idea is we want to create a new test case, and to do that we'll go to the testing part of the tool, select this iFlow, and then we'll go into it and we'll say this is something that has multiple different iFlows in. So I think we'll have the package here. So we have these 3 as a part of this, and obviously you can use the other tool to show what is the different ones, or you would actually know these things. So now we have added this. The next thing is we need to create a test case for this. So we'll say here create a recording, multiflow, fetch future messages. If we do this, it will switch all of the subsequent iFlows into trace mode. And we can also check here to see that one of the things we need here is to enable this record iFlow change. This is also something that is accessible on the test configuration for this. So we'll say save here. And then this will go in, check all this iFlow and make sure that they're all in trace mode. Good, and we can see here we have this process here, and we also have it on the testing case once we get to that one. We might as well set it here. Okay, good. So I will trigger a message on this scenario. Here I'll just check one message here. It took a few seconds for it to process. So one of the challenges with this is obviously if you have a process that spans multiple different processes, it can take a little while for it to process all the subsequent messages. So here we'll check it. We'll see if it is able to find the different messages that we have. So let's see here what it processed. So we just right now have some different messages from different IDs. So I think this is okay. So just say close here and recreate the test case for this. Oh, sorry. We created a test case. We will license it for all, or we need to license all of these different ones. Good. And we don't need to create more test cases, so we can delete the recording. So now we have a test case, and that means we can go here, we can check what is set up for this, and we can try to run it. When we run it, it will send the message into this iFlow, and we will then be able to see if and what is being processed. We can see where it is processing this message on. So we can see this is being sent to the multi-iFlow 1 here with the process direct, and I think there's also the GMS message that's going on. We need to wait a bit for fetching the messages because they could obviously be delayed for different reasons. It seems like everything has been processed now, and that means we have actually checked, and we can see here the messages in all the individual flow, what they are and what they actually look like. So what we could actually do is if we go to number 2 here and created a change in some of the content here. Let's see, what is this? So I'll just save as a new version, 04, and then deploy it. Now we would be able to see that it has actually been changed. But I hope you see how easy it is to actually create test cases that spans multiple processes without having to figure out what messages is processed, etc. You just need to go in on this iFlow and say, this is the parts that we want to be checking on. So we can now see we are getting a diff here on the end, because the iFlow is working as we would expect, covering these things. So we can test multiple iFlows in one go with just one simple setup. I hope you like this and want to try it out, so just go to figaf.com and sign up for a free trial and try this on some of your own flows and see what is actually possible and if you will be able to cover these scenarios. Thank you.